there everyone, and welcome back to Napoleon Total War with the Great War mod. Last time around we fought the Russians quite a bit. I think it was the episode where we didn't actually fought like the original enemy at all. We just fought our allies, like the French and the Russians. We have managed to set up the Hungarians as their own state, and then a number of other things. The key thing though is for this episode is we need to make sure that Austria doesn't fall, or Vienna doesn't fall to the Russians. Then there is the rebellion forces coming out of the woods here to attack Berlin, so we need to protect that. Then if we have time, Sir Douglas Haig is going to go down, see if we can't make sure that Poland doesn't fall into the hands of the enemy. The Warsaw region right there. I'm thinking possibly. Otherwise, I mean, I want to go down here just because I want to save the Polish. But I could push forward to Koenigsberg and take that instead. Then there's also the army rampaging. Rampaging. Why was that so hard to say? Whatever. Going through here. We're gonna out-assault this one. 266 wasn't that bad. So we're going around through here, attacking loads of places. I wonder now with the port here if I'm able. Clearly not. I thought because I had a direct connection now through the port back to my capital, then maybe I could be able to trade with them. It's going to be interesting to see whether this navy comes out to maybe fight my navy here. I boosted this one with a few extra ships. Before we just had the destroyer, the Chameleon, so that we could transport the troops. But now we also have 3 armored cruisers under David Betty. And the armored cruisers there. So there's a few things. Currently we don't have any moves to make any attack and so on. Really what I want to do is I would like to open up the sea lanes, but the thing is, sending in the navy, fighting it there, it's such a heavy, potentially heavy losses and stuff like that, that it's probably easier just to go directly here, take this out. Oh, they managed to capture some of our tanks? The bastards. I guess because they've lost so many troops, like now they're actually pumping out proper late troops. Oh, this army is still full of old style troops, but you can see they have quite a few of the new units. So they've lost so many that they've switched that, so it's pretty good. But yeah, enough talking though. Let's go ahead and enter and see what our enemies and our allies come up with, and we'll go from there. So the German army attacks at Berlin. I said it was going to be the last one, but the thing is there's so much other things that I actually want to do, and seeing this, that it's quite an easy auto-resolve. I'm actually just going to go ahead and auto-resolve it. So we only lost 113 men, while the enemy lost their entire force to the last man. I mean, what is this? How auto-resolve is this? I don't think I've ever had such an auto-resolve. We only... And they lost every single man. Impending campaign deadline. Okay, so we've got workers' riot back in England. That's not great. I mean, I have everything I need, so now it's just the meme stuff I want to do. Admiral Prince Louis von Batten. Okay, you can get that guy. Pandemic, Darling of the Gutter Press. I would imagine so if he managed to destroy 3,000 German troops in that battle. That's kind of amazing. Can we do another such feat? where we destroy another force. We actually, I think we lost more men here. And we gained a heroic battle or whatever you call it. The Berlinians, they're not still quite unhappy, so we're probably looking at the second battle there. But we're holding on, that's good. I actually changed my mind. Earlier I was gonna just set these guys here, but we're gonna march them through and get them towards the Russians. Can I? Yeah, I can recruit troops here. We should recruit troops to be sent forwards against the Russians. I'm gonna send a load of troops towards the Russians. Hague. Want to open up this just to put pressure on the Russians. It might release pressure from the Polish. So I'm gonna attack there. Here, the Ukrainians haven't been doing too well. Replenishment is shit here. I wanna... I guess there's better replenishment in, like, Ukraine. And I kinda wanna defeat this army, which is coming this way. I also wanna push those guys out. So we're gonna be moving. This is a rebel force, I think. Yeah, revolutionaries. And it says that we are at war with them, which I don't know about. We're gonna be moving here. We're gonna be... I think we'll just go ahead already, actually. Oh, no. We're not gonna hand it over just yet. I wanted to see if I can push these guys out, just to open up the port so I can actually trade with the Ukrainians after that. Let's see, so we've moved those armies. Now it's this army, it's right here. This one, I think, is the one that we're going to play. Possibly. Yeah. Given the amount, we gained 4,000 troops in reserve. And we start off with 500, but it's too close for me to actually out-resolve it. So this one is the one we're gonna play. Right, so with that said, let's go ahead and free Vienna from this Russian siege. It's not much for it, so we'll just go ahead and start the battle, because, well, I barely start with any troops. The machine guns be ordered forward, but they'll stay on this hill. And then I push some troops up front, just to make sure that when the enemy fires their artillery, they'll hopefully be firing on something else than the machine guns, which will be the units that will actually be able to do something. So we got Allenby coming in the flank of the Russian army, which is a really good position actually for him to turn up in. And we've got the Australian cavalry and the Whippet tanks coming out here. We'll send the cavalry over to down here. We'll concentrate all the cavalry. The Whippet tanks need to be pushed into fighting immediately, so I'll try as quickly as possible move them over here. Currently we're holding the Russians right there, but I'm hoping to draw them into the machine gun range. But I think we'll just set them there. And the Canadians are holding on, but yeah, there's a lot of Russians coming that way. Let's just get the home guard into the woods. And it might be time to get the Canadians out of there. Get the Canadians into the woods. We might get the tank snipers off to the side. Oh no, they're targeting my cavalry. The bastards. Get the tanks going. Bloody bastards. Right, well, we've got plenty of cavalry though. and more of these cavalry units are coming in. So we'll send them to deal with that, with the enemy army or enemy cannons. Come on, come on. Move, move, move. And then we've got some infantry here to protect the general. They probably shot each other there, which is great. There's so much impossible terrain here. Oh shit, there's too many Russians. And I don't know how we're supposed to get up there. We'll just hold here for now. We charge these guys. The whippet tanks are on the way. Are the machine guns opening fire? Yes, they are actually. And it seems like they're focusing in on this force right here, the 3rd Foot Guards. It's pretty good actually. We can sit, well, the cavalry can sit here and shoot at the enemy, and currently they're not being able to fire back at us, and we won that charge actually. Great. I'll be sending the cavalry over here. Actually, I would like some artillery to turn up here. And the cavalry is not very useful because, well, the position they need to attack is pretty difficult to attack. Artillery reporting. Let's get the tanks up into play. See if we can start wiping out these Russians. Home Guard's holding on. Can we get you to refocus your machine guns over there instead? We might actually order a lot of these units to leave the battlefield just so I can get other... Oh, I can't toggle withdrawal. Can I toggle for anyone? Not the cavalry either. Okay, so
one of our units has used all its ammunition, sir.
We're actually stuck with what we have. Okay, so the Home Guard is out of bullets. Well, the Home Guard isn't that important. They might go and die actually. And that will open up. Oh, this is a perfect angle. Focus down on that one, if you will. And slowly cut this unit to pieces. Completely unaware, seemingly, that they're getting torn up from the flank. I mean, this is... you can't get a better angle than this. Firing up the flank there. And the thing is, from here, I'm pretty sure, yeah, we can target a load of units. Specifically interested in shooting at their cannons. I'm gonna order the Home Guard to charge. Right, I want you to start spraying down the cannons. There's so much impossible terrain here. It's gonna be difficult to push through. We're gonna put the Indian troop over there. Did I get any other infantry? No. So, right, this is the infantry that we got. Okay, they've got... oh, we got access through there. Right. Right, shoot down that cavalry. We have the machine guns coming up. That's gonna be good. Cavalry, I'm pretty sure the reason why the enemy's artillery isn't firing right now is just because they're trying to shoot at the cavalry and the cavalry is kind of behind. So, as much as I would want them to be moved to an area where they could more easily strike, I'm pretty sure the AI's cannon would start to shoot at us if we do that, so we're gonna hold off on that. Okay, machine guns, they got those. Back to, you know what? Another 2 units that are in perfect angle, right? To be shooting up the flanks. We're breaking down those guys over there. Oh, now they're moving. I guess it's more important to get rid of the cannons. Get the machine guns up to here somewhere. Would be good. Start just laying down a spray. Got plenty of infantry coming in here. The snipers can actually also help out pretty well against cannons, so they'll be moved up. And then we've got 5 infantry units. I'm thinking the cavalry might be best suited to go through here and quickly get in, while the infantry would be moving towards this area, swinging around. So then the cavalry come in and attack from all over the place. Okay, so this cannon is now opening fire. Right, those guns have been silenced. You know what, we are winning. Why don't we go ahead and meme a little bit and get that tank really close to the enemy. High risk of them getting charged, but that's what we're here. That's what we're here for. Right, the machine guns coming into play. I'm pretty sure as soon as I move the cavalry over here, the guns, the enemy's artillery will just start to focus in on them, rather than firing on the infantry over here. Oh, both tanks are now moving. That's not the idea. This one should stay here just in case these guys start to charge, which I think they will, and then this one can aid in shooting the enemy down. With that also, I want the machine guns further off to the side, so that hopefully when they start to fire off the side, so we don't shoot down our own tanks. There's quite a lot of Russians moving down here, where we have an opportunity for a massive charge. We're gonna weaken them a little bit by telling the tanks to open fire on them. Just gonna spray this position a little bit. So hitting right here and it goes through multiple units. At the same time the cavalry is coming in. I'm gonna order them to charge. We're gonna switch target for the tank. And here comes the cavalry. And I want it to continue, go through, tell the Indians to hold fire. Just do not needlessly... Oh, they actually shot down my tanks. They destroyed all the tanks. The crew survived for now anyways. Okay, the cavalry was held up by the units here, and we don't seem to be doing any progress and pushing through there. We're gonna order the cavalry to withdraw. What's left of the tank crew is gonna retreat. We're just gonna shoot down the troops that are coming in after them. Infantry will steam forwards. I didn't realize that much concentrated rifle fire would take them out. I thought you would need quite a lot more. Right. We can do another attempt at trying to push through here. A lot of the Russians are now kind of out of the way. We're gonna tell the Indians to open fire again. 5 of those guys made it out. That's good. I mean, the concentrated machine gun fire in this battle is gonna have killed so many enemies. There's only 27 of them. Charge. And now we got all these machine guns set up here, all targeting the Russian troops coming through here. Absolute massacre. Indians, once again, hold fire. The Australian cavalry slaughters the enemy and is ordered to ride through efficiency about running through all those cannons. I'm gonna detach this 9th cavalry unit, and it's gonna go after this one. And then we had this, another big unit, the 10th. It's gonna be ordered forward. At this point, the cavalry is kind of stuck in, so I'll order everyone to kind of hold fire here as the cavalry is dealing with the enemy. As that's happening, the infantry
Our men are
should
running.
advance. Oh, the cavalry that went for the guns were the ones to retreat, not the ones fighting the infantry. A single cannon remains. It's going to be interesting to see if that one whippet tank gets completely destroyed, or if it survives. Right, there we have it. We were victorious. Took me a little bit longer than usual. A lot of these battles, especially when you start off so close to each other as we did here, we didn't have to move that far. Thing though is, I don't want to fight these guys again, do I? So I'm gonna order the machine guns to open up, and we're gonna get rid of all of them. I have no interest in fighting these Russians again. Here's the result of the battle. So we didn't deploy 4,500 men, but close to. The enemy had almost 3,000 men, whereof they lost everything but 90 men. We lost 867. So we killed about 100 of our own, which isn't too bad. Whippet tank managed to get 609 kills. The other whippet tank managed to get 206. That was the one that was basically destroyed. And then machine gun Indian infantry, the one that was set up on the right flank there, actually ended up in second place. I want to see if the tank... Yeah, the tank did survive. Because I guess enough of the crew survived. Although we lost every single tank, got put out of action there on the hill. Right, but a good fight. There's still Russians left of that. Nervous twitch. Don't really see why you would get a nervous twitch out of that. Want to pursue them. I want to see. Yes, humble pie for you. 19 lost, and the entire enemy force was destroyed, which is perfect. Right, so the enemy is out of there. Then all of this force can now focus on getting rid of the Austro-Hungarians, completely ridding us of them. Although there's quite a few of them left here, ready to guard this the vampires that are left of that state. There's one force here, but I think we're gonna just try and bypass that one. Right, so that was done. I want to see... I can definitely push through the bridge and maybe start a siege here. And then I want to kind of see what's going on here. Because I do want to hand it over to the Ukrainians, and I wonder if the Ukrainian revolutionaries will join with our protectorate instead of being enemies. But yeah, I don't have any moves, right? Because I've moved all the armies. I've moved these forces. I've moved these forces. This one, that one, and that. Yeah, all forces have been moved. So once more, let's go ahead and end turn. Oh no, I forgot one force that needs to be moved. These units need to be moved into Britain or into London. Look at the garrison I hold down just to keep my capitalist system in, keep that going. Because otherwise the because of the industrialization. They would be so unhappy. Gonna go ahead and repair that. And there's nothing really else to do. One thing that we could do is we no longer actually need the university, so they could be turned into towns instead. Definitely do that on Ireland, so then I don't have to worry about that as much. Right. Let's go and end turn. See what our enemies come up with. Letter of demand from Brandenburg and a strike. The influenza pandemic, second wave. Recruitment capacity -2, upkeep cost, loss in attrition area, resupply rate in this region. I mean, it's really going down with this pandemic. So we're able to stabilize it for everyone but the proletariat, and even with that we're not really able to... I wonder, I can burn this down, or I can take 6 turns to change it. It causes 2 clamor for reform. The factory is burning, we'll keep it we'll let it burn. And I think we'll just burn this down actually. It's no longer needed. And it will save me time not having to fight the German rebels once more. Italian troops are setting up here. I'm not sure if Italy is planning on striking me, which would be very unfortunate. We need more money, so I need to upgrade quite a few of these places. Got extra troops coming in. Good, good, good. So that is dealt with. I want to move that army out as soon as possible, but might be taking a while. This army to attack the bridge, and we just force the Russians away. I'm gonna take a position on the bridge, and then I'm hoping these guys just skedaddle, and so that I can then freely... I want to avoid even doing a fight at all before I'm going against the force right here. Lots of cannons, tons of machine guns, mortars, not so much infantry. Haig got plenty of troops though to deal with that, so that should be no problem. 1 turn until this fight. I'm hoping the Poles have enough to fight down the Germans. Even if they don't, they'll probably take a good chunk of the Germans with them. And I do have troops on the way. This entire force actually will be moved out. And we'll be replacing that with just more infantry. It's the perfect force because we got gas, tanks, and a little bit of infantry. What do I need to 1800? We'll just hope that the enemy walks around that. We're gonna put another general. So Hugh Udwine is gonna be in charge of that. He looks like he's, given how he's dressed, he looks like he's from the wrong part of the wrong turn of the century, as it were. Right, so we dealt with that. Move armies. Now this army, Allenby, full speed towards the Austro-Hungarians. Slow move along the Hungarian plain. We actually need another general here, just because of the forces that are present. The ones that are broken up need to be pushed into town, and the ones that are healthy need to be moved into this unit, ready to be ready to be a reserve force for Allenby as he moves forward, while these stay in the capital to replenish. Good, good. So we've moved that army. Now it's this army. The Ukrainians are just staying there. So that's good, actually. So we're gonna move through. cavalry doesn't ever move faster. I was hoping I could detach them, go down, force these guys out. Because I think the Ukrainians are probably not going to do that. So I'm going to detach these and I'm going to head down, kick those guys out. There's a risk here of Ukraine getting destroyed. Just because the Russians on the other side of the river. But I guess I could raise them again. Or this force can actually go in and take this. Unless it gets destroyed by the Romanians. Anyways, we could resurrect the Ukrainians at will at this point. Right. All forces have been moved. Let's go ahead and end turn and see what the fate is of Poland. Will they be able to hold Warsaw? Workers rioting in Brandenburg. But we're able to put them down now when the college was torched. This army will continue forward and it will pick up these troops and continue on its way. You will have to go through and fight this guy right here. Admiral available. Terence Newton. Path blocked. So the Germans actually brought down the Polish, which wasn't that great. Dormant. Not sure what that means. Units being brought in. Now we do have the possibility of attacking here. That will bring in both these forces, which will be a mighty fight to fight with 2 gas projectors and 2 tanks and 4 infantry. Be one hell of a fight to try and break down that, which we're not going to. Looks like the Ukrainian rebels are gonna take that anyways, which I don't actually mind. The you know what, we're gonna do this. We're gonna have to give it up. I wanted to push out the navy, but that does not look like that's gonna be the case. So we're just gonna hand over the region to the Ukrainians, and we're gonna offer them 1,000 gold as well. Right. So that pushes the Romanians out of the territory as well. I'm gonna try and just bypass this Russian force, or maybe I should destroy it. We'll block... Oh, now they turn into protectorate. We're gonna block the bridge to block the Russians. And just in case... Russian Empire. Yeah, it seems like we can push them out there. I guess we have a little bit more leeway when it comes to our protectorate. Right, so that should allow us to actually set up a trade agreement with the not the Hungarians, the Ukrainians. Unfortunately though, the trade route is blocked. And now the Russian force, we can see that the Russians do have some trade force over there. The thing is, if I'm at risk of losing my fleet if I move forward, and that opens up for the Russians to come in to the Mediterranean and start killing stuff there, so that's not in the best interest. Early November, so there's not a lot of turns left. This, I think, will be a major fight. So I think we'll hold on for that one until next video. Or what I'll do is I'll move them up here, and then have the opportunity to either, if I want, to go down and attack these forces here, or strike directly towards Warsaw and retake that. And then now I kind of want to, I want to push these guys back, and I want to proceed with, I was trying to avoid adding another fight to this. This one's a mess. The thing is though, I have a clear advantage, such a clear advantage over the enemy. But yeah, we'll have to fight this one. Huh, alright, time. Yeah, I think we do have time in the episode. Right, let's go ahead and destroy them. Let's have Sir Douglas Haig take Koenigsberg from the Russians. It's a very foggy day, must be early in the morning, kinda sounds like it. What we're going to do is we're going to move the tanks forward. There's a risk here because machine guns will tear the tanks apart quite badly. The thing though is that my artillery is hopefully going to absolutely annihilate the enemy's artillery. Right, let's go ahead and start. I want to see if they try to deploy their guns. Doesn't look like they will. Looks like they're all stationary, which is nice. Yeah, one mortar battery is on the move. I've got my cavalry off in the flank, so we're gonna move them up. Currently we're putting down good fire on the enemy. Breaking up some of these machine guns. They seem to be targeting the same kind of machine gun with all our guns, which doesn't seem that useful. The two light mortar batteries. I'm more worried about the machine guns because the machine guns are more likely to destroy my tanks. Right. We're gonna move those guys forward. Oh, we are getting hit over here. Is it the mortars? Because it's not the main yeah, it's the mortars over on that side that is attacking us. And then the mortars over here are firing. I'm pretty sure I've got... Oh shit. I didn't realize the machine guns had turned and were firing on my cavalry. I was hoping I'd get them in the flank and do a charge. Half the unit is gone before I'm even able to do a proper attack. Well, at least that gives the sappers some time to get into position where they can actually fire on the enemy. Like my machine gun tanks, they are actually within range now. And now these guys are within range to open fire on the enemy. Once the machine guns are down, actually already now, I think it's time to move the troops up. The elite troops will be moved that way, with the Scots following on the far left. This machine gun should be moved forward with the troops, as to hopefully not shoot down my own. Focus machine gun fire over there. Have these guys concentrate a little bit, open up more of a lane for these guys to fire through. Damn, these guys are moving fast. Tank fire is enough to break them all apart. Right. I mean, this definitely was an outer assault now when we look at what's actually happening when they're not even deploying all their guns. Right, sappers move forward. We're putting the rest of the force under fire. The machine gun tanks need to be moved forward to get better positions. And then let's move the elite troops actually within range of the enemy. Oh, machine gun, machine gun, machine gun. focus a lot of fire on that. We're able to break down some of the guns. I'm gonna focus my fire on the cavalry is still there. Could actually make a run for their for the guns. Mortars will be shot down as soon as the infantry sets up. The Scots coming under fire from the machine gun. We need to move forward to get closer to that to destroy it. What are you guys firing at? Here, I hope? Yep. Destroying those. And soon enough they'll turn fire on the rest of this, slowly just eating all of that up. I'm a little bit worried what's going on over here. Haven't lost that many Scots. I'm wondering what this machine gun has been firing at. Not a lot, because the Scots have actually been shooting these guys down. Plus with the artillery support has made it so they haven't actually been able to do that much. Enemy general destroyed. Have the gas fire into the woods. Let's just ride through and upset all the cannons. And then victory is just around the corner. Pretty sure a lot of the Russian troops are ready to retreat. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna continue to shoot at them as they retreat, because this was an intercept. And once I actually hit Koenigsberg, I want as few Russian troops left as possible. So we're gonna continuously shoot at these guys as they retreat. And I'm sure that will turn out just fine. But there we have it. The battle that I didn't really plan for worked out just as well. And as the result of that battle, we deployed 2,300 against 1,500 enemies. We lost 900 men, which I'm not super surprised. They had lots of machine guns. Now when I look at the numbers here, like most of these units were cut down to half size. Some even worse. No, these start at 100, right? Not 200. Scots are the only ones that kind of got away scot-free. Most of the enemy force was destroyed. 300 men managed to get back to Koenigsberg though. Tanks, sappers. Sappers without even, firing the bomb. But otherwise it's quite even, I say, as some of the units only got 10. This one lost 81 men, killed 10. Probably due to the machine gun spraying us down. So even with them, imagine the kind of losses I would have gotten if they actually deployed their artillery as well. Then we would have seen some high losses. But then again, I probably wouldn't have pushed it to get the battle over as quickly as I would have. And probably had another idea for how to deploy the infantry against the enemy. But there we have that. But they even leave the town as well. He gets cornets. Good. Then it leaves the town open. Oh, with just my reconnaissance aircraft inside. Well, that's good. That leaves that open to be conquered next turn, with the possibility of me having this army attack and conquer, take back Warsaw, Poland next turn. It's going to take a while to get over to Transylvania. And then, I don't know what we're going to do out here, but we'll figure it out. Anyways, with all of that said, it's time to end this episode. Right now, it's not very many turns left. Late August, it ends in early November. So we're not looking at a lot of turns left. I think what I'll do is once it actually ends early November, I'll do one more episode afterwards where I've kinda, broken down everything. So we've fought down the Russians to a place where I think it's okay to have them, and so on. And I'll show you kind of the world that became after all of it. But otherwise, it looks like there might be just 1 or 2 more episodes left of this series. And with that said, I go ahead and say, as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.